Hi guys, today at Cake Advisor I'm going to make a piano cake with a twist, a portrait fondant figure. And the person I chose to make is the most suitable to sit at the piano, and he is one of the best singers in the world, and his name is Dimash. And before we get started with this tutorial, please like, share and subscribe. And now let's get started. And we are starting with the sponge cake, for which we are going to be using 4 room temperature eggs, 170 grams of flour, 4 grams of baking powder, 180 grams of sugar, 40 grams of vegetable oil and 60 grams of very hot water. So we will start with mixing the eggs. I'm sorry, my little helpers insisted on helping me making this cake today. So you are going to be seeing a lot of little hands. And back to the eggs. So we will mix them a little bit, and now we're going to add the sugar and beat the eggs until we have a very light and fluffy foam. Just like so. Next we are going to add our mixture of flour and baking powder in 2 steps, and we're going to lightly fold it together, not mixing but folding motions. Next we will mix the water and the oil and add it to the mixture. Again, with folding motions, we are mixing all together. And our cake batter is ready, and we're going to transfer it to an 8-inch pan. Bake the cake at 180 degrees Celsius for about 30 minutes and check that it's ready when the skewer comes out dry. And for this piano I made 1.5 batches of the cakes, meaning I made 1 full recipe and the other cake was half of this recipe. So next we're going to take off the top of the cake, of both of the cakes, of course. And here I have a template of a piano which I took from the internet just to show me where I should cut, and I'm cutting the cake according to the template. I'm adding a little bit of cake at the top for the right proportions, and we're going to fill our cake with buttercream. So I'm filling in between the layers, and afterwards I'm crumb coating the cake. and put it into the fridge for at least 20 minutes so the crumb coat will set and we could easily put the second coat of buttercream. And after the crumb coat is set, we're going to add the second coat of buttercream, much thicker one for the fondant. Okay, place the cake into the fridge to set and let's start making the details. So we're going to start with the keyboards and the notebook placement. So take a small piece of black fondant, roll it out to approximately 3 to 4 millimeters thick, cut out a rectangle. This is going to be for the notebook. For the black keys, roll out a small piece of black fondant to approximately 2 millimeters thick. Cut out a long rectangle. And cut out small stripes 2 millimeters thick. For the white keypads, take a small piece of white fondant, Roll it out approximately to 3 to 4 millimeters thick. Cut out a long rectangle. In my case it was 2.5 centimeters wide and 17 centimeters long. After cutting the rectangle, make marks on the fondant for the white key pads, and I made each white key pad 3 millimeters thick. Be careful not to cut through the white fondant, but make the marks deep enough so they will be visible. Next, using a little bit of water, I'm gluing the black key pads to the white, and I looked on the internet how the key pads supposed to be placed. So we have, at the beginning we have one key pad, and afterwards it going in sets of 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. So I just glued them in that order. And the key pad is ready. Cut off the excess, set it aside for a minute, and next we're going to cut out the side parts of the piano which we have on the key pads at the sides. So I don't know exactly how this shape is called, but you can see it that the piano has it on the sides. We're ready to put the keyboard on the piano and cover it with fondant, so I'm very careful placing the keyboard on top of the shelf. Next, I'm attaching the side parts I was talking about earlier. Next, we will cover the sides of the piano with white fondant, so roll out the fondant approximately to half centimeter thick. Measure the height of your cake. In my case, it was 10.5 centimeters. To make the finish, I used a clay extruder and extruded a rope of fondant and placed it on the top, just to give it a nice finish. Covering the bottom part with fondant as well, and here too I used the clay extruder and extruded a rope of white fondant for the finish and placing another piece of white fondant to cover the bottom as well. So our cake is basically ready. I just put in the notepad on top. And that's it. And now for the twist, I'm going to make a fondant figure of Dimash. This figure is made 100% out of fondant and is 100% edible. And if you would like to learn how to make a body for this fondant figure, I'm going to leave you a link in the description box down below for this particular seating fondant figure. And in general, in this YouTube channel, you could find a variety of fondant body sculpting tutorials of women, men, children, and more. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. So please subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, share, and in the next videos we're going to have a lot more of special and unique fondant figures and special cakes. See you in the next videos. Bye!